Yep. You can lead it.
I can lead it.
Yeah, you're a lot better at leading stuff than me.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's true. That's why you lead the YouTube channel.
Welcome to Seriously, Where's the Good? When me and Mara, or not me and Mara, when I started talking about wanting to do a podcast with Neymar, Mara started talking about wanting to do a podcast, the two of us. Mm-hmm. Because, I don't know where I should put this.
You should put yours here too. I feel like in the middle is better because we're talking to each other a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of aim it towards you a little bit more. So we're still trying to figure all this crap out, this podcast stuff out. Anyway, she's like, hey, I want to start a podcast, but I want to talk about...
Actually.
I'll just put it down, it's fine.
Okay, fine.
Talk about our journey with parenthood, stuff like that. So that's what we're doing. We started this podcast just to kind of tell our story, and because there's a lot of people out there that go through these things
Keep it to themselves,
or they don't know where to go because it is hard. It's something really hard, and it is something that isn't talked about a lot in general. And so
which is kind of what we did at first.
Yeah,
we didn't
really talk about much either. So we are just as bad when it comes to that. So anyway, so that's what this whole podcast is just talking about our experiences and going on with that. And
kind of because hearing other people's stories helped me out. So I was like, maybe we could help out somebody by telling our story.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're doing. We're starting from the very beginning with this podcast. We're going to do it once a week, just like the other one. If you don't know, me and Neymar have a podcast. We'll put a link below or go to our YouTube channel, whatever. But yeah, so this is our podcast talking about all that stuff. So, but we also want to do, for you guys to know, at the end of the video, or closer to the end of the podcast, not video, podcast, because there might be some people listening through all the other outlets like Spotify and stuff like that. We want to do Q&A, questions and answers. So if we have an answer for your question, then we'll answer it. But if not, you should still ask it anyway. So,
but the first 3, we probably won't answer questions because...
Yeah, the first few, we won't be doing questions because we're probably going to record them and then put them out. So start asking questions now. We'll start going through them. And then the 4th podcast, that's when we'll actually do it. So let's start off with where we're starting off with.
Which was... Well, like the very beginning, when we first got together, when we first got married.
Yep. So we got married in 2020.
Yes, during the whole COVID thing.
We
had a very small wedding, just parents and siblings and grandparents.
Yeah, so it was small. We only had, 30 people?
Yeah, it was really small.
Which even then was against the rules. I think you were only supposed to gather in like groups of like 20 or something like that. But
was it 20 or 10 at that point?
I don't know. Either way, we were breaking rules. But whatever.
Anyway, it was small. And most of us were together anyway, so it wasn't like...
We'd been working all together for the most part.
Yeah, it wasn't too terrible, but anyway, That's not the point. Let's see. It was right at the beginning. I lost my period. Like, I did not get my period every month.
We're jumping right into it.
Yeah, I mean, because that's literally how it was. The day of our wedding, I started my period mid-cycle. Because I remember I was getting ready for putting on the dress, and I was like, oh no, I'm bleeding. I'm like, I'm not supposed to start my period till 2 weeks.
A couple more weeks, yeah.
Because this is really weird. Maybe it's just because I'm nervous. I don't know. So I didn't think much of it. I was like, okay, whatever. Sometimes this happens. Periods come before they're supposed to come, and it's just how it is. So I didn't think much of it at the time. But then it kept happening. I got it it wasn't like a full-on period. It was like 3 days.
It's like a half period.
Yeah, it was like 3 days and really light and every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so it was so weird.
It was weird. But we also got to start off with, 2 months before June? Yeah, 2 months you graduated college. So before that point, she was doing college and stressing out over classes and stressing out over assignments and all that stuff. So her life was just one big stress ball.
Well, I did graduate with a chemistry degree, so
with almost a 4.0.
That was really hard. That was really hard. Why is my mouth making so many weird sounds? I hate it.
You're far enough away from the mic. I think you should be fine.
I hope so.
Unless you're like right here and then you're going to start talking like this. Anyway, so it was a dramatic change from stressing because right after high school, you went right into college. And high school, you were getting pretty much a 4.0. You got 1 A- through your entire school.
I'm so
everything.
mad about that.
So it was stress all the way up to May of 2020. And then that's when it was done.
Well, yeah, all my stress was gone. I was like, I graduated. I'm done. Like, I'm not going for anything higher than a bachelor's because it's so freaking expensive. Like, there's no point. And then I was gonna join you doing the YouTube thing, so I was like, there's no point.
Yeah, it was. So it really was like a full 180.
Like going into chemistry
change.
was like, I love it. I love chemistry, but that was like my backup plan. I was like, if I don't ever get married, I need to be able to like
support yourself.
Support myself. I need to be able to do, I don't know, get a job, whatever. And it didn't necessarily have to be in chemistry, even though I loved it. It could be in whatever. But if I had a degree, then, you know,
it would help out.
Bigger opportunities or whatever. More opportunities, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So it really was a 180 twist.
Yeah.
Or a 180 turn from being in class all day or doing assignments all day, staying up till 6 o'clock in the morning, stressing out over assignment after assignment after assignment to not having any of that. And that takes a toll on your body. So if you're used to being stressed out, and then it switches, your body has no clue what to do.
What is happening right now? Where's the stress? What happened? So yeah, major change in my life. So it affected me a lot more than I thought it would.
It was crazy.
And then, let's see. We didn't want to start trying yet. We wanted like 1 year of just us.
Yeah.
Before we started trying. And I think, it was like 8 or 9 months into it that we were like, maybe we can actually start trying now. Like, if we get pregnant, then we get pregnant. If not, then that's fine. But that's when I was like, okay, then I really have to look into why my periods aren't normal.
Just to see what needs to change in that regard.
Yeah, so we decided to go to an OBGYN, and we talked to her about it, and that's when she asked all the questions, like, what's happening in your life? Like, did something major happen? Like, were there changes? And that's when we realized, oh yeah, I graduated college and I got married and I moved out of like my parents' house, and like so many big changes happened within a really short amount of time.
And we were kind of all over the place too at that point. So we got married.
We didn't have a house for a while.
Yeah, we didn't have anywhere. We stayed at her brother's basement, for a couple months. And then we decided we were going to buy a bus and renovate it into a tiny home.
And travel.
Which we should do a whole video on that later on too, because that was a
fail.
It was, yeah. So we had that, and we were working on that. So we were staying at my uncle's house for 3 months.
Yeah.
Something like that. We stayed in a trailer, and then in their basement, which was incredible.
While we were working on the bus.
Yeah, we were working on the bus and stuff like that, because my uncle has a shop, and he has all the different tools and stuff like that. So he was helping us out a lot. And which it really was a help. Like, what they did for us was incredible. Like, I grew, like, mine and his relationship is so much better than it ever was, and I know that I can always go to him because of that experience. Anyway, we'll do a whole podcast about that whole ordeal because it was crazy. So after that, then we went and stayed at the Rule Number One house. Is he still coughing? Do you have the thing?
I don't. It's downstairs.
Do you want to go grab it and I'll keep on doing the
If you want me
timeline?
to. Do you need me to get your...
I guess we don't really. We can hear him.
Yeah, that's why I didn't bring it, but
Okay.
I mean...
We're fine. Sorry, we're talking about Neymar. He's trying to sleep.
I don't know if I locked the door, though.
Okay, I can keep on.
I mean...
We'll hear him either way.
Yeah.
So after that, we stayed at Rule Number One, and stayed there for like a month or two, and then
That's
after
Rule Number One. I don't know if everybody will know.
Yeah, so if you know the Tannerites, Rule Number One is their film house. It was dedicated just for filming. People would stay there every once in a while, but it wasn't very common. It was mostly dedicated to filming. So we stayed there for a month or two.
Yeah, it wasn't too long either because
Yeah.
we wanted our own place. At that point, we were like...
We were already looking into it.
need
We
our
were
own
already
place.
doing like putting in applications and stuff like that. And then finally we did get
Our first rental.
the first rental house. And that was all within those 8 months pretty much.
Yeah.
Like it was just like one after the other. So we were jumping around all over the place. We were going to different places. Like in that time we'd went to California a whole bunch of times. We went to Hawaii, went to Florida. Like it was just, we were all over the place. Like it was kind of crazy. And so that was also like on top of all the big
I
changes.
don't think we went to Hawaii.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the first time we went to Hawaii, I was pregnant.
Oh, maybe it wasn't
So we
Hawaii.
didn't go to Hawaii, but we did go to a bunch of
We
other
went to
places.
Florida. That's the one.
That's what it was. Yeah, Florida.
So, anyway, either way, it was, and then we were driving from here to Mara's parents, which they live like 3.5 hours away. We were doing that all the time, and it was just like,
Just constant moving, constant.
yeah, which you weren't used to
No.
either.
No. I mean, high school, college, I rarely like left the house. And if I left the house, it was to go to those 2 buildings.
Yeah.
Like it was rare that my family did family vacations because like my dad worked, my mom had her like at home job. My oldest brother also worked, and I think the second oldest also worked around the time that we actually tried to do stuff. So to like arrange a family vacation around all those different schedules,
Variables, it just wasn't.
it was so hard.
Yeah. So that was a whole other change. There was like change after change after change after change
It
in
was so
Mara's
much.
life.
So
Like,
much.
For me, it wasn't too much because I'd already been, like a year before that, I'd been out of the country and I was moving cities every 6 to 12 weeks. And
You're
so,
moving a lot already.
yeah, I was already moving and,
No school.
yeah, taking trains everywhere. I was going to different cities all the time. So I was kind of used to it at that point. So it wasn't much change for me. But for Mara, it was
It was a lot.
it was a lot of change. And so
I didn't realize it at the time because it's just like, yeah, my life's like moving along. I'm like, this is. But yeah, anyway, she like gave us, our OBGYN gave us 2 options. She's like, we could start you on like birth control in hopes of like trying to regulate your cycle, or we could just wait it out. Because she was like, it sounds like you lost it because your life changed so much. So you just need a little bit more time to let it like balance back into place.
And the cool thing about this OBGYN too is like there are some that will immediately be like, oh, okay, we got to put you on birth control. We got to put you on this pill and this one and this one and this one and this. And she was like, no, this is just a natural thing. Let's just wait it out. And like, I don't want to put you on, like, it's obviously, she gave us the choice, right? She's like, I wouldn't recommend getting on birth control. There's no need for it. It'll change.
Yeah, it'll, what's the word? Equilibrium. It'll like go back to.
Yeah, it'll go back. It just had the major.
2 shifts.
The
So
giant
it'll just
swing.
go back to the middle.
Yeah, so that was really nice because we didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I didn't even think that it could affect me that much. Like I knew stress affects like, but I thought it was from like month to month, not like that long, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, if you're really stressed out 1 month, then your period could be late or early. That was,
Kind of depends,
yeah.
but
I didn't think it would like affect me for a whole year.
Yeah.
Basically.
Pretty much. Like it was.
But anyway, I then started taking prenatals as well because I was like, okay, we're trying to get pregnant. Maybe if I start taking prenatals, like that will help me out as well. Like balance things out and like get all the vitamins that I need and just like get all the things I need in preparation for pregnancy.
Because you already knew that you were going to take it while you're pregnant, right?
Yeah. So I was like, maybe this will help me out. And then I think
Which
it
one
was.
do you use?
I think it's called one a day.
Just so they.
It's not. It's not really the best one, but the reason why I'm still taking it is because as soon as I started taking it, that first month that I started taking it was when we got our first positive pregnancy test.
It was the first month?
Yeah.
Dang. I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like we talked to the OBGYN and then we waited, like maybe 3 more months? And then that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to start taking prenatals in hopes that it would help us. And it did. But yeah, we got our first positive pregnancy test and we were so excited.
Yeah.
So excited.
That was it September?
It was August. August was our first. August of 2021.
Yeah. So August comes around and we get the positive pregnancy test. So we're planning everything out. What were we going to do? How were we going to, was it Christmas that we were going to, no, that was the other one, right?
I think so.
The first one.
We were going to do it in Disneyland, I think. Wasn't it? Because we went to Disneyland.
It was going to be in September, yeah, that we were going to tell them in Disneyland. So that's what it was, is we were going to tell.
Your family in Disneyland. We had a trip for Disneyland in September. Whoa, I don't know if you heard that.
We usually go to Disneyland around my two sisters' birthday, because one of them is the 4th and one of them is the 5th of September.
Mm-hmm.
And so we usually go about that time. And so we'd already planned that we were going to go with them that time. And so we're like, wouldn't it be cool to get something, bring shoes or something like that? I don't remember exactly what it was.
And you took me to Disneyland for the first time. So Disneyland was like magical for us, I guess. Because I think it was like my very first big trip after or before graduating, but like while we were dating, like
while we were dating, we
the first of many trips that he took me on, let's just say that you and your family took me on,
which was, should we get into that or should we just keep on going? Because that was a whole other thing. I guess we can do a little detour. We still have
we have time.
We're at 19 minutes.
We're good. We have time.
So while we were dating, Mara was doing college and everything, and she still had a curfew of 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
And I lived 3.5 hours away from her, so I would have to go up there on weekends or whatever and see her. We did have a long distance relationship.
Yeah, that's also another thing.
We'll do that a whole different podcast, long distance relationship podcast in the future.
So many things.
But so I was like, I think it was my mom was like, hey, you should invite Mara. I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be fun. Let's do it. And so I texted you and I'm like, hey, do you want to go to Disneyland? And she's like, I'd love to, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if my parents would say yes. Like,
if you know a Mexican like family, even if you're over 18, if you still live under their roof, you still follow the rules.
Which should be the case for everyone.
Yeah, it's
you live under their roof. You should follow their rules.
So yeah, I had to ask permission to go out on like trips with friends, like go out past 10, 11. Like I had to ask. I couldn't just like be like, hey, I'm doing this. See ya.
So yeah, it was. I asked her, and she's like, I don't think so. I don't think my parents was like you. I don't think you even talked to your parents, right?
No, I didn't, because usually when I asked, it would be a no. Like,
yeah. So she didn't even ask. She's like, no, I don't think my parents would be okay with it. I'm like, just go talk to them and just see. And she's like, no, I know they're going to say no. And so I actually went and texted her dad. And I'm like, hey, we're thinking about going to Disneyland. Would it be okay if we took Mara with us? And so she was like super surprised. She's like, what the heck? Like,
I know, nobody'd ever gone to my parents to.
well, because I know you weren't, so I was like, okay,
Well, no,
I will. I want you to go.
Well, because I told you I wasn't going to, because usually it's a no, and I don't want to get my hopes up or get your hopes up. I just, you know, I was just.
So I went straight to the source. I just was like, hey.
Straight to the source.
So I told him all the plans, all the stuff going on, and luckily she was able to go with us. And so it was her first time in Disneyland, first major trip.
In a long time.
Yeah. So it was cool. So that's the whole Disneyland thing. Why?
First trip without family too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Other than like.
First big like. Out of state. Because I think I went to Zion's with the friends before that.
We went to Vegas.
Oh, we did go to Vegas, huh?
Yeah. So it was like it was a bigger trip. Like the first.
That's true.
Like way far away. Like you stayed at our place with friends and stuff like that. But this time we were like way out of state and had to get hotels and.
With just your family, which was kind of like really nerve-wracking, honestly. Going with.
Because at that point we'd been dating for, what, 3 months? 4 months?
No, it was November. We started dating in October.
Was it?
We've only been dating for a month.
Yeah. So.
It was only a month.
It was a month.
But we've known each other since we were like 11.
Yeah.
11 or 12 years old. So
which
it wasn't
can be
like.
a whole other podcast too. We got a lot of things we could
I don't know
talk
if we
about.
could like do a full podcast and all those things, but we could
About
dedicate.
dating, yeah, we could.
We could dedicate like one of like these. Anyway, I don't know. I guess whatever.
Anyway, we'll get into a whole bunch of stuff of our lives.
Ask questions.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's why we were going to do it in Disneyland. Because we were going to Disneyland. It meant, it was our first big trip together, all that kind of stuff. And we're like, oh, it'd be cool if my family, that they really like Disneyland. Mm-hmm. My sister is working there right now. Like it's a big thing in our family. We've been going for years, and it's just a really cool thing. So that's where we're going to announce it.
Yep.
And we're going to do for your parents.
For my parents, we were just going to do it at the house. And we did do it at the house, actually. For the first pregnancy, we did do a pregnancy reveal with them.
Yep.
It was, I think, a week after we tested positive that we went over to my parents' house because we had a, what's it called? The thing we went with Liam and Sam, our friends.
Oh, yeah, we went to a music festival.
Music festival,
yeah.
That's what it was called.
At the end, or near the end of August.
Yeah, so it was up closer to their place, so we stayed with them, and we had a little bag with little baby shoes, our positive pregnancy test, and...
Which is kind of weird to put stuff like that in there. Be like, here is my pee stick.
And it was
I want you to see my pee stick.
It was close to my dad's birthday.
That's true.
So that was our gift to him.
Yeah.
For his birthday, because he loves babies. Like he wanted to be a grandpa and all that stuff. So I was like, oh, I'm so excited to like finally be able to like give him a grandbaby.
Yeah.
So we did that, and he was really happy.
Very happy, very excited. Like, he started crying and stuff like that.
He teared up a little bit.
So we were excited about it.
Yeah.
But then we went to this music festival, and it was a 2-day event. So we went with a friend and his wife, or I guess just a couple friends, and
we told them too.
Yeah, we told them there because we went and got sushi, and Mara wasn't eating the sushi, and so we're like, and all of our friends know that Mara likes sushi. Mm-hmm. And so they were kind of like, what the heck? And so we told them there. And like he's one of my best friends, and so he was one of the first ones to know. And so it was awesome. Then we went to this music festival.
And
had a good time.
Yeah, it was good. We went back to the hotel we were staying at.
Yeah, we went back to the hotel, and then the next morning,
I got up, went to the bathroom, and there was blood.
Yeah.
And so, it wasn't like a little bit. It was like, I mean, it was bright red, you know? So it's like, you're not supposed to see that while you're pregnant.
Yeah.
So I called my mom, like freaking out. I told you, we were both like our hearts just shattered. Like, what do you do? Like,
yeah, it was intense.
No one expects that.
I think I was still asleep because you woke up kind of early.
I don't know if you were. I don't remember.
I think
it's
it was
kind of a blur.
Still. So
that
because you came in and you were like, you shook me awake because I think you'd had to go to the bathroom, so you got up and went, but we didn't have to be up for a little while longer. Anyway, so that happened.
There's a whole blur.
It was kind of crazy. So we were like, our hearts sank and stuff like that. So we ran to.
That morning we had already planned for breakfast with our friends.
Yeah, that's true.
So I didn't have pads or anything because I wasn't expecting to get my period because I was pregnant. And so I think that would be like, I was already like a week and a half late or something like that. Almost 2 weeks late.
So it was longer than that, I feel like.
No,
I don't remember.
We were only, I think the most was like either 6 or 7 weeks. Between 6 and 7 weeks. I don't know. Is that 2 weeks late? I don't know. I don't like to think about those things. Anyway, we were between 6 and 7 weeks pregnant. And we had already like arranged to go have breakfast with them, so we did.
Yeah, we got up and got ready and everything.
And then, the call with my mom. She was like, "Don't freak out. Sometimes you bleed. Like when you're expecting your period or whatever. So don't freak out yet." I was like, "Okay, I'll try not to."
Yeah.
And we went to breakfast. Then they were like talking about, they already, like our friends had already had a baby. So they were excited and they started talking about like how far along are you? And like all these things. And it just it was so hard to pretend that nothing was wrong.
Because we didn't know for sure either at that point.
So we didn't want to
tell them that we weren't or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of holding back on it for a while.
And we had just said that we were pregnant the day before. So it was like, ugh. Anyway, that was so hard to pretend like everything was okay.
Yeah, it was. It's like they would ask something and we're like look at each other and like,
I know, I wanted to cry. I was holding back tears. I couldn't. And then I felt like I was bleeding through my pants. And that's when I was like, we have to go buy some pads or something for me because this isn't, I'm definitely miscarrying. Like, this is a lot of blood.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, we'll meet again before we go to the festival. See you in however long. I don't remember exactly what we said or what happened.
We had to go to the store for something, but I don't remember much else after that.
So yeah, we booked it to the store. I went to the bathroom while you were getting the pads.
Mm-hmm.
I cleaned up a little bit, and then we got the pads, blah, blah, blah.
Did you get the pregnancy test there too? Or was that later on? Did
we get another pregnancy test?
I feel like we did.
I already had, pregnancy test strips just because I wanted to keep on, So I did take one that morning when I started bleeding, and it was fainter than the one I had taken before. So that's when I also, kind of knew.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy one at the store. I think I already had some.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah. So after that, we went back to the hotel, and I was like, I don't think I can go to this festival again tonight. I can't keep pretending to be happy.
It was both of us. We were both it was heartbreaking. It really was. Like, we got our hopes up. We were all excited, and then having it like disappear within a day.
I know.
Like, it was
After trying for like a while.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't have like my periods, you still have hope every time that you're trying, right? Even if your periods are irregular, you still have hope. But yeah, it was so sad.
Yeah. So we messaged our friends. We're like, hey, Mara's not feeling great. We're going to head back, have fun at the festival and stuff like that.
Should I turn on the light?
Yeah, probably. I meant to do that earlier, but
That was bright.
That was bright.
Holy
Big
cow.
difference. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, we texted them. We said, hey, we're not going to make it. Sorry. Have fun.
We didn't really explain at that point.
Yeah.
And we just went back to my parents' house and cried.
Pretty much.
Cried to my parents, and like I felt so bad because we had just given them like this good news just to tear it apart.
Yeah.
From them. Even though, like, I mean, it wasn't our fault or anything. It's still so sad to be like, just kidding. We're not.
Yeah. So that was really rough, and then we went back home. Was it that night? I don't remember if it was that night or the next night.
Might have been the next night.
Rather, I went home. Then we went to my parents, and we're like, hey, we need to talk. And just broke down in front of them, too.
Yep.
Told them the whole story and everything, and they're like, this is awesome. It means you can actually get pregnant now. Because that's what you were worried about, is
that
before,
that
you couldn't even get pregnant because of the irregular. So
well,
it was...
So, yeah, of course, like, yeah, we can get pregnant, but, like, we didn't stay pregnant, you know? Like,
yeah.
I know you have to look at it in a good way, because that's all you can do. But
which my dad's really good at looking at the positive side of things. Especially like that kind of stuff.
So is my mom and my dad. Like, they were both saying the same thing, but, like, when you're going through it, you're still grieving, you know?
It's a lot harder to be positive in the moment, especially after getting your hopes up and then having something
and it's like
that
I was relieved that we saw a positive, but it was so heartbreaking to lose it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. The first moment you see that positive pregnancy test, you, like, imagine your life 9 months past with a baby in your arms and, like, all, like, the things, everything.
Like, instantly start planning, you instantly start dreaming.
Yeah,
and
your love for them, like,
and
all the things. You're already in love with your baby and all the things. So we, like, were grieving a loss. And I feel like it's not the same for other people.
Haven't experienced it. Like,
they don't quite understand, like, how much you truly get attached to that pregnancy.
Like, both of our parents, they're like, oh, this is great that you can get pregnant. You know, you were worrying about this. And, like, obviously they were, like, helping us out with the tough time. They were grieving with us and all that kind of stuff. But it definitely is. Because did your mom go through that?
I don't remember.
Because I don't think my mom did.
She said that she said that before Savannah she had one pregnancy test that was positive. And then she got her period. My mom, I don't remember. I'll have to ask her again. All the things were blurred, like those conversations
like,
with them,
like
it was just, I think my brain blocked a lot of that because it was just really painful.
Yeah. And it was painful for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Like, it really was, like, trying to be, like, pretending to be happy. Like, there was no actual joy. It was just, like, it was pain for the next 2-3 weeks. It was really hard. I don't even know, like, how to explain it. It was hard. It was heartbreaking. It was painful. like I don't remember anything between those few weeks. Like I don't remember a single thing. Like it really was just like blocking out the world and just being like, what the crap just happened. Anyway, like we really did have like life hit us with a brick. It felt like for those few weeks we were just like dazed and confused. We're like, what just happened? Because it was like this super high, right? And then it was just like not like a roller coaster. It was like super high, and then like the roller coaster just flew off and crashed into the ground. That's what it felt like. It wasn't like a down or anything. It was crazy.
Immediate plummet.
Yeah.
And then we had a trip planned with my family at the end of September. Because we were still trying. Right after that, we were still trying. And the next month, we got another positive pregnancy test. And we were still so excited, but this time...
with a little bit more hesitation.
There was the, what if we miscarry again?
Yep.
So we were preparing ourselves for maybe miscarrying again, but, like, we were still, like, hoping that it would stick.
Yeah.
And we went on a trip.
This one I don't remember as much.
Because it was shorter. It was a lot shorter.
Yeah.
I miscarried, like, pretty quickly after we got the positive. We didn't have, like, that week and a half of...
Yeah, that's the other thing. We had
building up.
Like, when Mara first got the pregnancy test, we did have, like, a week and a half before it.
Or we were planning and we were...
Yeah, we're
so
like,
excited.
Okay, how are we going to tell people? How are we going to do this? Like, what are we going to do for the gender reveal? What are we going to do for this? What are we going to do for that?
We had a lot of time to plan.
Didn't you call the doctor's office and set up
Oh my gosh, I forgot. That was the worst part. I called to make a first prenatal appointment, and then...
where they do, like, the first ultrasound, and they hear the heartbeat and everything for the first time.
Then I had to call back again to cancel it, and that was the hardest call.
I remember that one.
I almost started crying, like, bawling my eyes during the call. I was like, this is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
I don't want them to, like, know that I'm sad. So stupid. Like, of course you'll be sad.
Which is another reason why we're kind of talking about it more, why we want to do this podcast, because, like, something like that shouldn't be suppressed.
You feel like, I don't know, as a woman, you feel like
you're failing.
Failed.
Yeah, which isn't the case. Like, it's really not the case, and so that's why we want to talk about it more, to be more open with it, so other people can be more open with it, so it's not like this almost like taboo subject, or
that you don't feel embarrassed about it, or
there's no
like
embarrassment, or there's no, like, there needs to be more support with women and with that, and you know, like, the husbands don't go through it as much as the women do, because, like, we're not the ones with the baby, we're not the ones with all the hormones or anything like that, we're just kind of there. Sorry guys, it's just the truth. We're just kind of there. Like, we don't do much. We're just, you know, we'll go pick up your Wendy's when you want it. You know, like that. That's our job. So it was still really, really hard for me, because I did get my hopes up and I was really excited, but it still wasn't as traumatic and, what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't as impactful to me as it was for you.
Yeah, because I felt like I failed at carrying our baby, and I failed at making you a dad, and, like, all those things.
So I was sad and I was heartbroken, but she was just as sad, just as heartbroken, but also had the guilt and the shame and the, like, I failed and all these different things on top of that, and so it was escalated even worse, you know, which really shouldn't have been there. There was no need for it. But
I know.
Like I said, that's why we want you guys to hear it too. If something like this does happen in the future, you know that you're not failing. Like, you're not doing anything wrong, right? It's something that you can't control. And so you're not failing. You're not a terrible person. You're not, like, none of that dictates who you are as a person, or like it doesn't affect anything. It means that something didn't work out right. It wasn't the right time. It wasn't the right scenario or whatever. And that's that.
Yeah.
Nothing more than that. Like, it doesn't change who you are. It doesn't change how you should look at yourself. It doesn't change how other people look at you. Like, nothing with that. But unfortunately, a lot of women like Mara, they spiral and they beat themselves up so bad because of it.
Yeah, you really need, like, help, support from people around you so that you don't go into that, because there's no need to go into that.
Yeah, which luckily you do have a big support group around you.
So anyway, we got another positive the next month, and right after that we went on the trip with my family, and I told them again. I took another pregnancy test this month, and it's positive again. And we, like, explained the whole, we don't want to get our hopes up again, because...
Was it just your parents, or was it your whole family?
I think it was my whole family, because my brothers knew.
Oh, they did?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember.
Anyway, I started halfway through the trip, I started my period again, or I started bleeding again, miscarrying.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I was really sad about it, but it wasn't as big of a shock, because it's not like I was expecting it, but I knew that it was a possibility, whereas the other one, like, it didn't even cross my mind, you know? Like, you don't ever want to think that.
Yep.
So, yeah, we lost that pregnancy, too, and it was really sad. And I don't know, it didn't hit us hard, but it did at the same time.
It was still sad, but it wasn't, because we were more prepared for it.
Which sucks to say, like, that's just...
Which is, I've seen, it's interesting, for me personally, like, I've seen comments and stuff like that when we have done, like, the pregnancy test reveal or whatever, and they're like, oh, Branson wasn't excited, he wasn't... And it's hard to explain, because we have had these moments, not just these two, we've had now, what, four of them at this point, and so five total, 4 of them miscarried, and one of them, Neymar, was the one that was full term. So every time that actually does happen now, it's really hard for me to get excited.
For me too. It's just like, it's the next step. Like, oh, we've reached this step. Now we have to reach the next step of not bleeding before our first prenatal appointment. Like, it's just another step.
Yeah. So for me, I see it, I'm like, oh, that's cool, you know, like, but I can't get myself to be more excited until we actually go to the doctor and see results.
It's just so heartbreaking.
It really is. So for everyone that said, oh, he's not excited, it's kind of true.
We are,
but it's at the same time,
our hearts.
it's really our protection for not getting super emotionally attached to something that's not going to happen, right? And so, yeah, it really is, like, it's hard to explain, but it is something that I've seen quite a bit of people being like, oh, he doesn't care about this or that.
Or me too.
Yeah,
like, why aren't you excited about it? You don't seem like you're excited about it. It's
yeah, but usually you do it, like, facing me, and so they kind of get my reaction mostly. And so it's like I can't explain it for everybody there, but it is really something that I put up that put up that protection to not be hurt so bad in the future. And is he crying?
I think so.
Do you need to pause it?
Maybe how long?
We've been going for 44 minutes.
Okay.
Which we're almost done, right?
Yeah, this is the last 2 things.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the reason why if you do see future things and Mars shows me a pregnancy test, don't look excited. It's because I don't want to get excited until I see the ultrasound or anything like that. Because
Doesn't mean that you don't want to, but you want to. Like,
yeah. Like, I do want to be excited.
Love to be excited.
I want it to be
that.
that, but I also don't want to be heartbroken again.
Not like the first time. That was...
It really was. It was really, really hard. So that's the main reason why. And I've never really said that on the vlog or anything, which it doesn't really matter, but because we are talking something that we do want to openly talk about and stuff like that, it thought it might put it out there too. But anyway.
We didn't really talk about these two in the vlog either. Only like right before we announced our pregnancy with Neymar. Yeah. We kind of talked about, but
even then we didn't talk about it much.
Going through it in the moment, we didn't talk about it. No. We didn't put it out in the vlog. Which
we only our families knew, and a couple of our friends, or did our
just Liam and Sam for the first one. I don't think we really talked about the second one.
Just because it was so hard to talk about it too, so we didn't want to.
And like people don't even know. That's another thing. People don't know what to say.
Yeah, they really
don't know what to say, and yeah, it makes sense.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, we're gonna have to end it here.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it. So she got the second pregnancy test, and then started bleeding, and then you have to wait till next podcast to see what happens next, I guess. But anyway, on a little happier note, we're gonna be doing this every week. We're excited about it, talking about, our journey through this, our journey through life, and your guys' questions you guys have, all that kind of stuff. And we're going to be doing this for however long we can. And hopefully we can get people on here that have had those kind of same experiences in the future.
And share their stories.
I think that'd be so, so cool. We do have a couple friends that have gone through that. So we'll have to reach out to them and just kind of see if they'd be
willing to talk about it.
Yeah, because this is something that we do want to be more open with and help people out with it, because it is a hard thing to go through. And if you don't have anyone there, it's even harder. And so
from experience, at least for me, talking about it helps a lot. Getting it off your chest, because just keeping it in is so draining.
Yeah, but also hearing the other people have gone through it too. That also,
because you don't feel it's such a lonely journey.
It really is, especially if people around you haven't fully experienced it.
It's a common thing, but sometimes it's not common in your close group.
Yeah.
So you feel so lonely in that close group.
So if this is something that you are going through, just know that you are not alone. There's people out there, and that's why we're doing this, so we can be there for you, and knowing that you're not alone. So, yeah. I think that's where we end it for this week. So we will see you next week with another podcast, and I'm excited about this. It's going to be fun. Mm-hmm. And we love you guys.
Yep.
I don't know how to end up a
You're
podcast.
worth it.
You're worth it. Bye, guys.